you're having a fabulous day. We're thinking I have the flu and that I probably got it from my sister. But honestly, all of us have had something recently. My mom had a sinus thing. My dad, I'm not really sure what he has. And my brother also has the flu, but he's not here. So definitely didn't get it from him. So I told my PCP, who also has the flu, by the way, what was going on. I was like, you know what, I'm not really sure if it's the flu, but like it's the symptoms I'm mimicking my sister's symptoms. She had really severe back pain and really, really bad chills, and that's what I've been experiencing. So I told her all that, and she's like, you know what? Even if you come in the office and you test negative, we're going to need to treat you anyways due to your symptoms. Some of my white cells are a little bit elevated as of when I was at the ER. And just because I'm so immunosuppressed and the whole port thing. So I had a lovely encounter with a nurse who I did decide to report. And I let her know that. I told her what she had said to me was wrong, and I hope you don't talk to another patient like that. Basically, she was telling me that she could not order my medication because my doctor's not in. Not a problem. That's completely fine by me. So, no big deal. You know, she can do it tomorrow when she comes in. She said she'll be in Tuesday. Not a big deal at all. I just said, though, is one of her nurses here because you said you don't work with my doctor? And I've spoken with those nurses before, and they're a little bit more used to my case. I do have a little bit more of a complex case, so we do monitor, fevers very closely. And she unfortunately did get very nasty very quickly. And this nurse had already previously raised her voice at me multiple times, which I don't believe, again, that you do that to a patient. Obviously. So, basically, what had happened is I was trying to explain my illnesses to her, and that, it's a little bit of a different case. It's unique. I get that you still have to follow protocol, completely fine, but just know this is why I'm calling. My doctor asked me to speak with a nurse today, so I'm just doing what I'm told. And so when I'm telling her about my complex illnesses, her response to me was, "You don't have cancer. It's not that serious." I was like, I hope you don't say that to anybody else because no patient wants to be told that, honestly. Nobody wants to hear, "Oh, it's not this or it's not that, so it's not that bad." And I was like, you don't even know the list of my illnesses or the complexity, the severity, and it doesn't even matter. Again, you don't speak like that to a patient. So I was like, if you don't mind, I'm going to need your name. I do want to let you know that I have every intention of calling back as soon as I'm off the phone with you and reporting you because I don't believe that you talk to patients like that. And I'm really sorry to have to do that. It's the first time I think I've reported anybody. So for me, that's a huge step, being your own advocate. It's not easy. It's not something you want to do because I don't want to get somebody in trouble, really. It's not in my nature. It's not my personality. It's not what I'm out to do. But at the same time, I know if I don't speak up, other patients will potentially go through the same thing, and some of them don't have mental stability. And I'm not saying that in a mean way. Like, just that something like that could really break somebody. It could throw them into terrible depression or something. So that's another reason I decided to, report her. It's just, it could end really poorly for another individual. Even like I'm okay. I'm annoyed, but I'm fine. But I really do believe that speaking up is important because another patient who's not in as great of a place mentally, who might not be able to speak up, you have to be like their voice. And there's always somebody out there who doesn't speak up for themselves because they don't think they matter. And if that's you, I do want to remind you that you do matter. So, after all of that, I called back. I got a very pleasant receptionist, thankfully, because everybody else it wasn't that they were not pleasant, they just were very absent-minded. I was like, I spoke to my doctor, and the one lady goes, "So, are you going to tell the doctor that you want Tamiflu?" I was like, I already spoke with the doctor. And she was like, "Oh, well, so who tested you?" I was like, "I didn't get tested, but I just told you even if I test negative, we're going to have to treat me because of the port and the fever." And So I was just happy that somebody was listening. And we went through everything, and then she connected me to my doctor's nurse, who I was told wasn't there when I had previously asked, and she contacted my doctor. And my doctor's completely clueless. I feel so bad because when I see her, I let her know, and I know she's not going to be happy, obviously. So that's my flu update. Yeah, I look the same as like a normal day, but I don't feel the same. Very, very achy, very, very stiff. The back pain's definitely the worst. Fevers have been around 100, so it's not that bad. BP, though, has crashed a few times. Appetite, it's not always there. But I mean, it's not like drastically different than a normal day, I guess. It is, but it isn't. So, because I have a lot of symptoms on general days, but the pain's just higher with the flu, which makes sense. So, we're hoping for like just that I tolerate Tamiflu, normal recovery from this, and that would be great. And then the rest of this week, I have just a follow up appointment. That one's going to be super easy. I trust the doctor. And then I have just an MRI of my hips, hopefully Friday. So, and I guess that's it, right, Abs? Oh, I did have an additional fall the other day. I think I did mention that, though. I was with Abby, and at first she's like, oh, we get to play? Are we gonna wrestle or something? Like, no, I fell. So she was like jumping around, and then she was like, woof, 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 and then she like looked at me again and was like, oh, she fell. So it was just a little bit disappointing. Alright, so I guess that's it for now. I'll see you all soon.